experience has left me shaken to my core, and I'm struggling to make sense of it all. Sleep paralysis, a phenomenon I'd only heard of in passing, became a harsh reality that I never thought I'd face, especially not in a place where I've always felt so safe. As I lay in bed, my mind racing from the late-night movie marathon and conversation with my aunt, I drifted off to sleep around 2 a.m. Or so I thought. My body felt heavy, as if weighed down by an invisible force, making it difficult to move. At first, I dismissed it as mere fatigue, but as the minutes ticked by, I realized I was trapped in a state of conscious paralysis. My eyes remained shut, but my senses were on high alert. Creaks and groans of the old house, the distant hum of the air conditioner, and the faint scent of my aunt's cooking wafting from the kitchen, all blended together to create an unsettling atmosphere. It was as if someone had subtly rearranged the furniture, making the familiar room feel foreign and menacing. Panic began to creep in as I tried to open my eyes, but they felt stuck, refusing to budge. I attempted to call out for my aunt, but my voice was barely audible, a faint whisper that seemed to get lost in the darkness. The sense of helplessness was suffocating, and I felt like I was drowning in my own body. That's when I sensed it. Presence in the room, watching me with an unblinking gaze. My heart raced, and my mind recoiled in terror. Presence seemed to be closing in, its icy breath whispering against my face. I was convinced that I was staring into the face of death itself. Time lost all meaning as I lay there, paralyzed and helpless. The presence drew closer, its dark energy enveloping me like a shroud. I thought I was going to succumb to the abyss, forever trapped in this waking nightmare. And then, without warning, everything stopped. My body relaxed, and I could move again. I sat up with a start, gasping for air as if I'd been underwater for too long. The room was quiet, presence gone, and I was left shaken and bewildered. It took me a while to calm down, but eventually I fell back asleep, my mind reeling from the encounter. I didn't mention it to my aunt in the morning, not wanting to alarm her. But I know what I experienced, and it was real. A dark, malevolent force that took hold of my body and mind. As I reflect on the events of last night, I'm still trying to process the horror of it all. It felt like my body was hijacked by some malignant entity, leaving me powerless and vulnerable. I know it sounds irrational, but that's the only way I can describe it. I'm just grateful it's over, and I hope it never happens again. The memory of that presence still lingers, casting a dark shadow over my perception of reality. I can only hope time will erase the scars of last night's encounter,